You know Vic Palmero, the suave dad of Angie, the legit counterpart of what George should be to, his kids. When we first meet Vic in season 2, we meet the Cubans. Vic is sophisticated. He's got his life together. He's got that little swagger to him that shows you who he is. But something happens to Vic halfway through the show that legit makes him lose almost all dignity and makes him a complete outsider of the show. Now, a lot of you guys know my Vic praise on this channel is actually huge because I feel like Vic is that character that always has the reason. He's the voice of reason. He is the one that thinks clearly. But there is a shift in how Vic is written from the second season to the end. And obviously he has a good bond with George throughout the show, but there is something that if you pay attention, you know what I'm talking about. Today, we're breaking down what really happened to Vic, how he changed, what his story is, and what it actually tells about identity, insecurity, and self worth. As always, please hit the like, show some love to the channel, and let's get on with it. When we first meet Vic and we meet the Cubans, he is an established doctor. He's well spoken, he is traditional, classy, confident. It's like he has a clear sense of self worth, but it's also because he doesn't have that bond with George yet. He still looks at George as someone that might end up hurting Angie based on who he was. He still doesn't fully trust him, and you kind of want to understand where he's coming from. But his world shifts after the divorce. See, after 40 years of marriage, Vic finds out that Emelina is cheating on him with someone at her clinic. And honestly, you got to feel bad for the guy because he always talks about his marriage as the example. And it really sucks that he has to swallow his words and all the crap that he's given to George's marriage along with Angie. Now, most divorces change people, but in Vic's case, it doesn't just hurt him, it completely changes him. It's like it destroys his identity. See, Vic was defined by being a great husband, a respected doctor, someone that was just stable. Divorce didn't just end the marriage, it's like it unmoored him. It just completely pulled the anchor and just sent him out to sea. It left him drifting. And of course, instead of grieving this moment privately, it's like he gets out of his shell. It's like he doesn't know how to behave after 40 years of marriage and he just loses it. He externalizes that pain because post divorce, Vic starts doing things that he would have never done before. He brags about his achievements a lot more. He becomes overly concerned with how others might perceive him. And most of all, he tries very hard to prove that he is still desirable. What used to be confidence basically now feels like compensation. Obviously, who can forget when he makes a move on Linda? What seems to be just a quick little let me take your sister out so that I can look good in front of all the other doctors, which says a lot about Vic. After that, he tries to legit have something with Linda in a more serious tone. And who can forget when he kisses Benny more than once? It's that type of thing that I'm talking about because Vic would have never done this, but this Vic is like a shadow of his former self. He's a shell of his former self. He is nothing what he used to be. And obviously, you have to understand that he was bound to change after the divorce. He is no longer a man rooted in dignity. He is just chasing validation, but in all the wrong places, unfortunately. Then, the biggest thing that makes me honestly talk about this is Lindsay. See, Lindsay's clearly not in it for the love. She's in it for the status, for the money, for the things that Vic can get her. But Vic is ready for marriage again. And you have to ask yourself why. And it's mainly because it's just proof. Vic, while I'm sure actually really likes Lindsay, feels like he is desirable still. He feels like he still got it. But the irony is brutal here because he doesn't see Lindsay as what she is, he sees her as what he wants her to be. And honestly, that's not gonna end up well. See, this basically tells us that Vic is not dating, he is measuring his worth through someone else. It's not that he flirts with people that he shouldn't, or it's not even the fact that he is dating people that are way younger than him. It's the fact that Vic built his identity around external proof. And once that proof was gone, he never rebuilt himself. He clung to attractiveness, social status, power, and most importantly, validation because he never learned to define himself without those qualities. And this is why his behavior shifts. This is why he becomes who he was in the later seasons as opposed to who he was when we first met him. It is all insecurity in a suit. Vic Palmero is not just comedy relief, he is a cautionary tale in plain sight. A man who looked classy but lost sight when his world crashed. He didn't lose respect because of the divorce, he lost it because he never looked inward. In the end, though, it's not about Vic being toxic, it's about him being unaware. Unaware of his pain, his motives, of who or what was actually good for him. And in that lack of awareness, we see a lot of unraveling. Now, do you guys think Vic actually regained himself, or did he just manage to mask his insecurities a lot better? Let me know down below, guys. I will see you guys on the next one. Goodbye.